All right, guys. It looks like we're live. We'll find out here very soon. Hope everyone's doing well. I wanted to jump in because a lot of people have been asking about automated trading, or should I just trade manually? What's the benefit of one or over the other? Should I do both? What kind of personality, what kind of traits would make somebody a better live trader or manual trader versus just somebody paying for an automation? I think it's valid. I think that a lot of people should consider this before they really dive in and spend a lot of time and money. So if that makes sense, and hopefully you guys can hear me okay. But if that makes sense, let's dive in. I want to start with the manual trading. Manual trading, in my opinion, is very good for somebody that's willing to dedicate a lot of time, energy, and potentially even money to learn how to manually trade. It's going to take a lot of effort. Now, there's a payoff to that. You will have a skill set. You will have, if you guys are watching live, which looks like maybe a couple people are, can you hear me okay? The payoff, though, is you're going to have a skill set. You are going to have some tools that you could take with you wherever you go. Okay? You could go to Bali, you could go to Timbuktu and trade profitably with the skills that you've developed, right? You can get an edge. You could really develop something that could change your life. I have found that for me personally, that's kind of been the case with my live trading. Is it has had a massive financial impact on my life for the positive. Now, it took me a while. I started with prop firms. It probably took me maybe 5 months to pass my first prop firm. With that, there's a financial obligation. You need to be prepared financially because even if you do pass a prop firm, you will fail it. Okay? I don't know anybody that is passed a prop firm, gone live with that prop firm, and then not failed it at some point. In fact, a lot of the traders that I talk to that are considered really good traders, they've blown multiple after they've gone live. So it's not just if I pass this doggone thing, I'm going to make all of this money. You might not even get to a payout. So you need to be financially prepared for that. You need to be aware that, this is going to cost me, let's just say $150, and I might fail it two, three, four, 5 times before finally passing it. Then after I've passed it, I still might blow it, start all over again. Now this time it might be faster. This time maybe you've learned some stuff. You've learned how to control yourself a little bit better, and maybe you do it faster, but there's still finances there. Okay? So you've got time and you've got a significant amount of money, call it a couple $1,000 before you can start receiving the reward, the payoff for that. Okay? On the automation side, now you are going to also have a financial commitment. It's going to cost you most likely thousands of dollars, and you need to fund the account. So call it $7,500, call it 5K, whatever you want to say, financial commitment. And there's also a time commitment on that. Algorithms don't always perform well at the very beginning. You might really take off, then see a dip, or you might see a dip, then it really take off. It can go either way. So you need to be aware of that. It will take you some time. The benefit, in my opinion, would be if you're being smart about it, there should be less emotional trauma. We'll say trauma. Okay? You shouldn't be spending as much time with it. It's automated. You don't have to stare at it. You could set it and forget it. So you're not going to have as much like emotional involvement if you're doing it correctly. Okay? Think of like a 401k. You don't check it every day. You check it maybe once a year. An IRA, you check it maybe once a year. You could do the same thing with an automation. So there is that balance. There is that payoff one way or another. Now, should you do both? If you want to dedicate the time, yeah. A lot of people think that they're going to get their time back by trading, or they're going to get their life back by trading manually. And you can, but you've got to understand that it's going to take a lot of time first. So it's almost like the payoff is going to be a year down the road, or 2 years down the road, or 3 years down the road. right? I've been trading for now 3 years live. Okay. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of commitment. That's a lot of, I used to do like the Asian sessions. That was a lot of late nights. I used to do the London session. That was a lot of early mornings, right? Is this making sense to anybody that's watching live? Can you guys hear me okay? So what I would do if I was you, if I was to do everything over again, what I would probably do is I would do an automation and let that roll. Like, not look for money from it, not look for any sort of a payout for it. Put in money that I can afford to lose, let it roll. Okay. Once that starts kicking out some cash flow down the road, I would trade for fun. I would do it strictly for fun. In fact, one of the better traders that I know is right across the hall in this office here. He keeps a full-time job even though he doesn't have to. And all he does is he trades for fun. He has no financial stress on his life from trading. It's not like if I don't pass this trade or if I don't get a prop from payout, like there's going to be financial stress on my life. So he just does it for fun, and he does it as a personal challenge, just like doing like a Rubik's cube. It's just kind of there for him. So if I was to do it all over again, I would probably start with an automation, set it, forget it, learn the skill set, but keep a job or keep another source of income. Do it for fun. Let that build up, let that roll, and then you're there, man. You can funnel money either from your automation into your live trading or from your live trading into your automation, which is kind of what I would prefer. You make 10K in a month, roll it into your automation so it's passive and you take that stress off your life. You get a big bonus at work, roll it into your automation. Cool. So that's kind of the argument back and forth. I mean, both of them have massive advantages and both of them have massive setbacks. It's not easy. Nothing is easy. That's all I've got for you guys. Appreciate you. We'll see you soon.